23 from Italy, Brian Watson and Claudia Leone.
Brian Watson and Claudia Leone, the Italian amateur Latin champions, and a couple breaking into the finals of many a major event.
Yes, Italy's Superman and Superwoman. Their form's been rather up and down. They've made the British final and then missed 3 or 4 others. So I thought they might be out to try and prove a point tonight. Brian's a super dancer. He's got fabulous natural body rhythm and tick. And that's what we call shadow reverse rolls, done with some difficulty because they have a height difference. How do the nerves feel at the moment?
I think I'm too tired to feel nervous at the moment.
Is that a problem now? I mean, you've been dancing for so many hours. What's it like to try and save your best for the end?
Well, when you don't really know what the end's going to be, then, I mean, you just give everything in every round, so...
Just hope you've got a little bit left.
Our third finalists are couple number 34, representing Denmark, Allan Thornburg and Vibeke Toft.
Regular finalists in major championships around the world, Allan Thornburg and Vibeke Toft. Donny.
Well, I have to be very careful to not set myself up as some sort of dancer's Nostradamus. But nevertheless, I would say that this couple have a package to offer because they're both equally talented. And they're my tip for the top. I can almost say, without any fear of contradiction, that they could be world champions a lot sooner than people expect. They are dynamic, they have charisma, they have good technique, fabulous bodies, both of them. They've got everything going for them.
So a couple to watch, number 34, Allan Thornburg and Vibeke Toft.
How long does it take you to prepare for a competition?
Well, I think you don't prepare like practice-wise only for one competition because we almost got competition every second week. So we sort of keep it going all the time.
Do you have time to feel nervous when you're out there at all?
Today it feels differently, not as panicking as normal.
And now, couple number 58 from England, Mark Lunn and Joan Cartright.
And for Mark Lunn and Joan Cartright, this is the first time in a UK amateur Latin final.
Yes, they're one of the new generation I was talking about. It's nice to see an English couple making it in the final. Joan's a super girl. Sometimes I find that Mark is rather stilted in the top and doesn't have the ooze and the musicality in the body. But they perform the product with all the conviction in the world, and for that I really have to admire them.
Mark Lunn and Joan Cartright, number 58.
At this point in time, how are the nerves? How is the stamina?
Oh man, we're terrible back there. I was shaking in my shoes, but I'm all right now.
All right now.
Got that bit over and done with.
You can go for it now. What would you say is the worst part about making the final?
The waiting.
The waiting, that's terrible.
Waiting for
It's
that
like
number
Miss
to be
World.
called.
Our fifth finalists are couple number 94 from England, Paul Dawson and Inga Haas.
Paul Dawson and Inga Haas, and this is the newest partnership in tonight's competition, only together 5 months, I believe, Donny.
Yes, the success story of the evening. 5 months together. I think that must be something of a record. Straight into the final. Paul's from Manchester and Inga is from the North Rhine-Westphalia area of Germany. They got together just before Christmas and decided to represent England. So we're well represented this evening. A super looking couple. He has the length of leg, he's a very good looking boy. Inga has that Latin look. They're very rhythmic, very musical, and they still have the dynamism necessary for a couple to get to the top. Beautiful Samba rolls there. They certainly know how to strut the stuff.
Couple number 94, Paul Dawson and Inga Haas.
Are you worried about anybody in particular in your opposition?
Well, we've got people in mind who we want to beat, so, well, we'll rather not say that, but we've still got people in mind who we want to beat, so we'll see by the end of the night whether we're going to beat them or not.
It wouldn't happen to be Richard Porter, would it?
Well, yeah.
And the last of our finalists this evening, couple number 118, representing Scotland, Kenny McKechnie and Beverly Reese.
Here's a couple of familiar faces, a couple we're well used to seeing in the finals of major competitions. What about their chances tonight?
Yes, I'm sure they'll forgive me for saying that they're one of the two from the rather older generation this evening, Charles. Kenny's a very experienced competitor. He was in 1981 in the final, in which Gaynor and I danced as amateurs in Stuttgart. So he's by no means out of his depth this evening. He's a fabulous dancer, lots of body tick, and he makes very simple things look very impressive, and that's a sign of a great, great dancer. The problem is rather one again of imbalance, because Beverly's feet don't have the ankle usage and the tone in the non-standing leg, which she should have, and therefore it detracts by making her neckline look short. But she does have a fabulous Latin look, and they're a very talented couple.
Kenny McKechnie and Beverly Reese, couple number 118.
When you're out on the floor, are you conscious of the opposition, or are you just thinking about yourselves?
We cut off completely from the opposition. Cut off completely. We don't even
We think
really
about each
feel
other.
that they're there at all. We think more of our performance than other than somebody else's, because that's the worst thing you can do, really.
Do you have a little hit list of people you must beat in your mind?
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, we have got one or two. Yeah, certainly.
Well, we'll watch with interest and see.
Right,
Good luck.
good.
Thank
Thank
you,
you very much
thank
indeed.
you.
Thank you.
And as we watch the cha-cha-cha, let's concentrate first of all on the style of couple number 58, Mark Lunn and Joan Cartright.
An action-packed couple, as you heard from the accents from up near Manchester. They have very good pictures and lines. The cleanness of the top half of them is one of the reasons for the success. I still feel that Mark is a little bit too fixed in the body and doesn't have enough rhythm. But there's certainly a talent for Britain's future. And they're just on the left of our screens there, Richard and Els, a balanced partnership, and they have the depth.
And there's the Italian couple, number 23, Brian Watson and Claudia Leone.
Yes, I keep talking about Brian's body rhythm. He's got such a natural action about him.
And wearing number 118, Kenny McKechnie and Beverly Reese. more, and into the next compulsory dance, the Samba. Here's couple 34, Alan Thornburg and Vibeke Toft.
One of the more balanced partnerships in this final. Doing a lovely Brazilian Samba action there, very, very basic. Dancing with good personality. Very dynamic couple. Those are cruzadas locks, a very basic action, performed beautifully. You know, with the World Championships going to be in September in Denmark this year, and them representing Denmark, if I were in front of this couple, I think they would scare me to death. Fabulous body rhythm there from Kenny. The quality of what they do and the togetherness and the depth that they have, in my view, makes them more secure. Perhaps some of the sparkle is missing, as I was saying, is a possibility when you improve your quality. And the passion can be missing from their faces a little bit, but nevertheless, I just think that they are secure champions. Sometimes L's could use a little bit more hip action and depth to give it a slightly earthier approach. Mark and Joan really enjoying themselves here.
If you were one of that group of judges gathered around the floor, what would you be looking for in a good rumba?
You're looking for drama, action, personality, rhythm, togetherness, male-female roles. It's very, very difficult. They're all links in a chain.
The Paso Do is the next of the compulsory dances. And here's a sight to stir our Scottish hearts, Donny. Couple 118 once again, from Scotland, Kenny McKechnie and Beverly interpreting the Paso Do.
I always like them in this dance. It's the man's dance. You can see Kenny there. He's one of the strongest males in the competition. And Beverly has a great look for Paso. Lots of speed there. You can feel the aggression. He is, of course, the matador, and Beverly is the cape. And the characterization of the Paso is that. And a very brave cape indeed. Beautiful. Those are twists, they're called. And they were danced beautifully by both. I'm sure some of these couples are on lead-free. The way they've kept going for 12 hours and they're still taking these capes and swishing them round the floor.
So the dance of the lead-free matadors and the Cape Crusaders. On to the last of the compulsory dances now, the jive. And there's couple 23, Italy's representatives, Brian Watson and Claudia Leone.
I'm tempted to say they've been tucking into the pasta because they're going like Billy-O in this jive. And after 12 hours and about 7 or 8 rounds, it's incredible. Nice and light, lots of rhythm. Paul Dawson and Inga Haas here. Their first big final. Perhaps they're a little tired now. They maybe didn't anticipate going this far, but there'll be a lot more finals, so they've got to train up. The technique of these two is rather good, actually. They've got a fabulous look. Lots of body speed still.
The last of the compulsory dance.